Students, I am Nisha. Welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we started with exercise 4.1 and we finished it. Today we will be starting exercise 4.2. Now exercise 4.2 in chapter number 4, that is data handling, we are going to discuss about few terms. You must have heard about probability. What do you understand by probability? There are few important terms or concepts which you need to understand before you start with the exercise. What you need to understand is main important. What do you understand by outcomes? What do you understand by events, and what do you understand by favorable outcomes? For that you need to have an experiment. What is experiment? Experiment means you should be doing something which is have results. Okay, so for the favorable outcomes we should have an experiment. Experiment means you should be doing something, कुछ ऐसा जिसका result हो. For example, a card, or it can be spinning a spinner, or you can say when you roll a die, how many results you get? 6 numbers you get. Or when you toss a coin, tossing a coin also, you have 2 results, either head or tail. Okay, so now in this experiment, suppose if I take an example of spinner, if I am taking an example of a spinner, okay, now we can take example of a spinner. Now if you look at this spinner, how many things I have? Which colors I have? I have yellow, pink, green, purple and pink. Okay, so here now if I say the experiment of spinning a spinner, how many outcomes are there in this experiment? If you see, what do you understand by outcomes? Outcomes means possible results. What are the possible results? If you spin the spinner, you may get yellow or pink or green or purple or pink. Okay, so meaning of outcomes means favorable results. Okay, what can be the outcomes, possible outcomes here? Pink, green, purple, pink, yellow. Now what do you understand by event? If I say, now you know what are the outcomes. Now event means collection of one or more outcomes. Now if the possibility of getting yellow, that is an event. The possibility of getting pink, that is an event. Possibility of getting green is an event, and possibility of getting purple is an event. So event means collection of getting one or more outcomes. Collection of getting one or more outcome. Now what do you understand by favorable outcomes? Event समझ में आ गया. Event का मतलब है येलो आता है या पिंक आता है या ग्रीन आता है या पर्पल आता है या पिंक आता है, ये इवेंट है. ठीक है. अब फेवरेबल आउटकम्स क्या होते हैं? आउटकम ऑफ एन इवेंट, एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट का आउटकम की पॉसिबिलिटी जो होती है उसको बोलते हैं फेवरेबल आउटकम. फेवरेबल आउटकम्स मींस आउटकम ऑफ एन इवेंट. Outcome of an event. That means, now suppose if I say, what are the favorable outcomes here of pink? Pink, that is one event. Okay, favorable outcome of getting pink. What are the favorable outcomes? The favorable outcomes of getting are pink, two pink. How many? 2. Okay, so here these are the terms which we need to understand. Experiment means that we should be doing something. That experiment results to outcomes. Outcomes means favorable results. Then event, that collection of getting one or more outcomes. Okay, like for example we took experiment, this is our experiment. Favorable outcomes, यहाँ पे results क्या क्या हो सकते हैं? What are the outcomes? Yellow, pink, green, purple, these are the outcomes. Now event मतलब या तो मुझे yellow मिल सकता है, या तो पर्पल पिंक मिल सकता है, या तो ग्रीन, या तो पर्पल, या तो पिंक, ये सारे इवेंट्स हैं. अब फेवरेबल आउटकम्स, एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट का फेवरेबल आउटकम. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मुझे येलो का प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालना है तो इसमें कितने चांसेस है येलो आने के? 1, बिकॉज इट इज ओनली वन, एक ही हमारे पास है येलो के लिए, ठीक है। पिंक का बोलो तो देयर आर टू पॉसिबिलिटीज, ओके। सो दीज आर फेवरेबल आउटकम्स of an event, of a particular event. These are terms which we were supposed to understand before we start the exercise. So let us move on with the exercise, students. Okay students, so let us start exercise 4.2 now. Here the first question is very simple. List the outcomes you will see in these experiments. The first experiment is spinning a wheel. Okay students, so here you have to find, when you are spinning a wheel, what are the outcomes? The outcomes are, you may get A, B, C or D, and here also it is A. So there are 4 outcomes. Here possible outcomes are in spinning the given wheel are A, B, C, D. These are 4 outcomes, A, B, C, D. Okay, fine. Now tossing 2 coins together. Now suppose if I am tossing two coins together, I have head and tail. These are the coins. Suppose if I am tossing first time both the coins, I may get both the times head, right? Or I may get both the times tail, or I may get first head and then tail, or first tail and then head. So those are the outcomes. You can just write it in a statement, students. Outcomes you will see in tossing a coin. Outcomes you get while tossing a coin together, because we are tossing here 2 coins together. Okay, suppose if I toss only one coin, then what outcomes you may get? Very simple, head, tail, 2 outcomes. Okay, now moving on to the next question, question number 2. Okay students, now moving on to question number 2. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting a prime number, not a prime number, a number greater than 5, a number greater than, not greater than 5. Okay, so let us understand first understand the question. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event. Okay, now first, when a die is thrown, what are the outcomes? First, let us first find out. So here, when a die is thrown, the outcomes are what are the outcomes? You must have used that die, students, when you play games, snakes or ladder or ludo. You just roll it and you throw. So there are chances of either getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 outcomes are there. So you may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are outcomes. Now a prime number, event, what is our event here? Event is a prime number. What are the outcomes of event of getting a prime number? Just think over it. So here our answer here is outcome of an event of getting, outcomes of an event of getting a prime number are, okay, now what is our event here? Our event is prime number. So what are the outcomes of this event? Prime numbers. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and 5 is a prime number. So 2, 3 and 5, these are our outcomes of the given event. So 2, 3 and 5, right? Now here our event is not a prime number, so you have to find out the outcomes of the event of a number which is not a prime number. So in this, which are not a prime number? 1, 4 and 6. Okay, so let us do it. Outcomes of an event not a prime number. So you have 1, 4 and 6. This is the answer over here. Okay. Okay students, now here read the question. A number greater than 5. Our event is number greater than 5. So outcomes of this event, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the number greater than 5? Only 6. Okay, so 6 is our answer. So here outcomes of an event of a number greater than 5 is 6. 6 is the answer. Now what is our event here? A number not greater than 5. So you have to find the outcomes of this event. A number not greater than 5. If you look at the numbers which you get in the dice, the numbers which are not greater than 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will you include 5? Yes, you will, because they are telling number not greater than 5. Equal to we can take. 5 is equal to 5. So we can take 5 here. So you can write outcomes of a number not greater than 5 will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's it. Okay. So we have finished here with question number 2. Let us move on to question number 3, students. Okay students, now question number 3. Question number 3 says, find the probability of the pointer stopping at D. This is the same figure which is given in question number 1. Here you have to find the probability of pointer stopping at D. This is D, students. Okay. So here when you find the probability of the pointer stopping at D is equal to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Now here if you look at the figure, what are the total outcomes? Okay, total outcomes are A, B, C, D, A. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5, what are the possibility or what are the favorable outcomes of pointing at D? Now we have only one D here. If the pointer is pointing at D, we have only one favorable outcome. So here probability would be 1 upon 5. Our probability here is 1 upon 5. In the same way, probability of getting a red apple. So probability of getting a red apple is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by, you write in full form, students. I don't have space, that's why I'm writing in short. Total number of outcomes. So here, what are the total number of outcomes? If you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total outcomes. Out of that, we have to find the probability of of getting a red apple. How many chances are there to get red apple? We have one red here, another red here, one more red here. So there is 1, 2, here 3 and 4. 4 upon 7. Okay, the favorable outcomes are 4 out of 7. So our probability of getting red apple is 4 upon 7. Okay, students. So students, question 3, A and C I have taken. B question is still left out. Why? Because B is based on playing cards. I want to give a detailed video on playing cards, because many of the students are many of times they are confused. So if I take it in this video, the video will go very long. So wait for the next video where we will be taking the explanation of playing cards in detail. So thank you so much students for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye.